Hello, welcome to the next video of our Roleplaying playthrough. We'll do a recap in a minute, but a bit of explanation of where I've been for the past couple of weeks. As you were aware, in the last video I was getting married, me and my fiance. That has happened. I was called up to date with the videos, and then I got ill and lost my voice and couldn't record. And then we moved rooms around and I couldn't get the computer set up in time to do the next video. So here it is, the next video. Bit of a delay. I apologise for that. So a quick recap of what's happened so far is we're on Kiarigama. And it took us a while to get here. I had the plan of what I thought was a sound plan, was to meet a tech priest, and the idea was we followed them. So we met them here up the lift, and we walked to where the Magna is, and then they set it on us. So I think that was the tech priest. I think that's walking the of course that happened. So we've killed the tech priest and the people aligning with them. We also got some servitors as well, which we managed to repurpose for to serve us. So I think that today's video is just basically finishing off Kiarigama and investigating what's going on and getting back under our fiefdom. So let's carry on with that.
I will endure.
We need to investigate. Excellence matters.
Let's
martyrdom is the reward.
so that's down. Nothing. So we can't go that way. Can't go there. So we are this way. I don't know what I think it is. I'm trying to see what. Yeah, that's it's like a chaos symbol. That there. So it's kind of new. The big chaos symbol because there's chaos involved everywhere.
Follow my lead.
There's gonna be a trap. Can't go that. Can I go that way? Don't think so. Looks like we can. Oh, we can. Oh.
Experience? Nothing matters more.
So that takes us back down to the bottom. So we'll go back. I think anyway.
Compared to naval
Is
service,
up.
that was barely a challenge.
So I say we go back up. A small-headed augmented man in a filthy tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he hesitantly looks up at you. His eyes filled with horror approach. Portable inscriber with a keyboard hanging from straps on his front, and you can see his detached cerebral calculator peeking out from under his hood. What's this? Another one of those cultist minions. No, I'm not a cultist. They tried to corrupt my mind with their heresy, but I ran. I am Manufactorum Lex Mechanical Zeta 86 performed the rituals of the machine spirits of Foundry 95 up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to Onesites and they started parading the dawn of something or other. They stopped the belts and then they desecrated the vestiges of the sacred machines and unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former step comrades, deliberately connected these poor souls to corrupted cogitators. I watched as they infected with the scrap code and did nothing to stop them. I'm recording a violation of the commandment of line on Forge to be a true sentinel apostate Zeta 86. Your access is hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. The icy rumble coming from Pascal's wax caused his legs mechanical to lower his head and fear. Interfering conjuration. Mission someone imprisoned on the lower levels. They are like servants of the main units. They live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my courageous brethren changed the system for disposing of slag waste and covered the machines in cursed symbols. The Lex Mechanicum hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what the service had turned into. You demonstrated exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I am not forgetting. Gathering data the purpose of my existence. That's even what they used me for. They used me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into a slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated those atrocities and witnessed their obscenities. How did you manage to avoid the same fates? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of unholy code. He allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathered all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depth of my to the cogitator where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off my compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars, perverse procedures that resulted in heretical abominations. I even accompanied a fallen Magos to the Fabricator censor himself and attended the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the final dawn. You don't act like the other priests who were infected with the corruption. Praise the gift that the Messiah managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I use for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted, the scrap code is locked inside it like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interferences, I sense the malfunctions in my augmetics. But I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the working of the Messiah and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. Henrik tenses ever so slightly likes mechanics words. You see his hand casually straight to the handle of his weapon, but Integrator is in no hurry to act. You mentioned a monster. Is that some kind of weapon? No, not those constructs. They are melted down in furnaces and sent into the depths of the Manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine powered not by the omniscience grace, but the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned on the lower levels. I don't know much except the Fabricator sensors saw that machine as special. It was special to him and to the crazies who defiled the omniscience abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon the Astartes heretics who arrived at the Manufactorum. After the start of the uprising, he did something terrible, and only after that were they able to switch the machine on. Let's speak to Hendrix. Servant and Messiah, I must know more about the final dawn, the Fabricator sensor, his mass, and about this machine as well. We also had a mission from Hendrix asking us to get him to this planet, and Pascal's also been framed for being the person who's responsible for this mess on the planet. I could give you the coordinates, but even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augmetic that was corrupted by the scrap code. I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off the foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. I swear that no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that one sacred device. Hendrix's expression shifts as he stares intently at the disconnected implant and still intact cogitator protruding from under the mechanics collar. The corner of his mouth twitches involuntarily. I believe I'd noticed the look of Hendrix's face, and once he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. Can the cogitator be disconnected and get it to another machine? Even if that very idea of exposing a whole machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself, my augmentics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They are created to interact with the system of my true flesh, to innervate my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear that I will immediately perform a cleansing away and destroy. In other words, there is only one way to extract the data stored in the cogitator. What are you talking about? If we connect the cogitator to the augmetic system, the Lex mechanic will serve as a conduit for transmitting the data. We will learn the details even if they are incomplete of the things he saw and heard, but is now unable to recall. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code to my biological cogitator. In failing to offer any resistance against enemies of the Omniscient unit, Zeta 86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the Manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource if committed to advance the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy or malefiction against a living soul upon expiry of the unit's utility. Disposal is recommended. What to do? It could be useful if we don't kill him. But obviously, if we don't kill him, we don't get information. And if we do kill him, we get information, and we lose a valuable resource. But heresy is heresy. Yeah, I think dogmatic we go for, I'd say. For the good of Imperium, like a snake, Henrix lunges at the legs mechanic, whose mouth opens at the beginning of a squeal. Pinning the bubbling legs mechanic, Hendrix uses his free hand to feel for the connectors. Placing a cogitator and then for the socket of the block back of his head against his neck. The scroll-like key creeps out of the inscriber's printer, continues to grow. Undulating waves of parchment unsettling on the floor. The crunch of breaking bones can scarcely be heard over the hammering of the keys. After several minutes, the mechanic's fingers are, well, truly crushed and blood is spattered all over the inscriber. But that does not stop him trying in vain to press the keys. With the scats of bones and skin that remain, Hendrix tears off the parchment and skims his eyes over it and sometimes frowning, looking away as though his eyes are paining him. It will take time to study this in full, but at first glance, the data from the lens mechanics and cogitator suggests something of the nature of the cult's major preparations. Refitting the Manufactorum, accumulating resources, mentions of focus points. These are preparations for a large-scale chaos ritual. It appears a local cogitator, whatever that may be, in actuality, is one of the key points on this list. We can learn more if we find the constructs that was created on the Fabricator Census orders. The coordinates are here. It is located here in the bowels of the Manufactorum. We'd better hurry. Right.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Can we? No, we can't kill him. That's a shame. Very nice to put him out of his misery, I'd say.
The machine god grants the insight.
Right, so I think it's time to... Right, so it was a good idea going back to the top. I'd say it's time to go down here and...
An expected result.
carry on exploring this way.
Victory awaits.
My Auspex has detected something.
So what have we found? What's that? a day to sleep.
None shall stand in my way.
Alright. That is an ugly fucker. Fabricator sensor, cubist, stealth fin, massive megos, clad in metal garments of binaric drill, and turns to you from beneath the deep hood of his mantle. Two dimly lit eyes implants gaze out of you. You hear another binaric triad, this time clearly addressed to you. What's the matter with it? Comrade implants on the blink. Forgotten how to speak properly. Yeah, that's antagonized the fucker. You dare address me in the vile tongue of savages, me, the steward of Kia Gamma, Lord of Machines of Neil, perfected spawn. If you seek a swift disposal. Here we go. Antagonized. I once held that I'd like a sensor, I tried to on my time, but I rejected it along that's fine. Pascal, as the senior functioning member of the priesthood of Mars, I am Megos Incorporated. Pascal declared this temple to machine god compromised and forfeit forbid all service within it. I dethroned the Fabricator sensor, the ignorant heretic who has betrayed our Messiah, and condemned as anathema any who and all standard procedures influenced by him. Let the cycle of the blasphemous operations he has put in motion be discontinued. Heed his words and go still. Others have been fabricated. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a civil war. Well, not a civil war, but I need to. You are not. Open to the void and the scrap code he creates protects my world, and I will not have you rusted refused from all misfit caster explorators. Call me ignorant. You are ignorant. I have seen what you have done to this world and its poor people. I will not allow it to continue. I have no obligation to fighting to try to property and waste resources, but in your case I'm afraid. So you have traded one master for another. I would have expected a Fabricator sensor to be smarter than that. I'll rip out your spinal column and braid it around my staff, you arrogant creature. Is the governor alive? The removal of serviceable artifacts was first step toward retooling this world. One of my tech comrades heeded the call of truth. I'm not going to say it's dead. Forward gap rank. 10 or so years back, he told me he felt uneasy in the presence of the Tin Can comrades. I mean, the esteemed the test mechanicus, he casually complained about not having been dealt a normal planet. I'll have to honour his memory with a prayer once we have finished purging the place. Thankfully, the Fabricator century here did not require any coercion to confess to treason. Yeah. You may be driven by your will to fight, but know this. Kivagama has already been converted, its lines have been structured, and servants have already tasted the fruits of progress. In the crucibles of the Manufactorum, torrid liquid metal will be used to forge vessels for sacred spirits. The depths are already tirelessly developing deeper into new mysteries that were once barred by false tenets. You servants of fake gods Too late, the entire might of this world will soon rise against the anathema and his slaves. So many open admissions of heresy and so few sentences, sister. How many death sentences would you say his words warrant? I cannot answer that, Master Van Calax. It is not my duty to measure the guilty of heretics. When the Adeptus Sororitas appear before enemies of the Imperium, it is time to fire, not count. And now is one of those times. In the name of the Golden Throne, I will stop you and those who follow you. You deserve a painful death for what you have brought upon the machines of this world and its priests. You know why I like deranged tin cans like you. When you're killed, you leave behind plenty of useful spare parts. I think I'll make a portable recap machine. Yeah, let's make a recap machine. Live. So I'm not in a battle yet. I'm not, so I think grenades. No, I got no grenade. You can have that one. A crack grenade. A frag grenade. A false. Yeah. So because we've got quite a fair bit group of quite a few like groups of enemies coming, I'm gonna try and use grenades to thin the ranks, and hopefully that will help even the odds a little bit. Oh. Right, so I'd say that's sorted. So it's just a case of springing the trap, really. I think right, so there's 2 there, 3 there, 4 there. I say we go.
I won't tolerate
Attention to
weakness.
detail is the key to success.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Right. Where's Apple? Oh yeah.
for this.
Right, Hendrix.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I'll live
I
another
was kind of
day.
hoping we could go first, but not the case. My plan did half work. Wanted to get Pascal involved because I wanted to do like an electric shock, which is gonna get. Just gonna do that one. Yeah. But I've got the services helping as well. It's gonna make it a little easier. And the fact that we've got the high ground as well, and we've got them coming to us.
But of course, Captain.
But it's just getting them come to us, really. And by the time they get there, we can then like start lobbing grenades down there. So the quicker we can finish this group off, the better, really. And he's gonna trigger that. Cool.
My tactics are flawless.
Let's bring him
Rookies! Die!
Suits my purposes.
You don't love run and gun.
Was your biggest success.
Oh, well, they can come up there as well. But they've got that covered, so it's not too bad.
Each strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
I've suffered worse.
So it's
My ears are ringing.
good.
Am I getting paid for this? Strike at the Emperor's faithful. Consider the ineptitude, not malice.
Yeah, I should probably move that. Pascal there.
The scriptural post-mortem
That.
cemeterization denied.
That's down to one. Help. Heavenly services can make the way going over there. Take that out.
Just a minor setback.
Am I on the right square? Yeah, it is that one.
Naturally. Let's see to it.
Right, I'm not gonna charge in, 'cause I want to try and get them like a covering firing line kind of thing, just to cover this. Can't use a grenade. Not to worry. And they're coming back to help anyway, so it's not too bad.
Already done. Nothing of value has been lost.
Yeah, it's down to 2 there, so it's just a case of tidying up really now. I'll do a frag, yeah. A crack grenade. It's quite a bit of damage.
Faith without
let's do
deeds
that.
is worthless. Eradicate it.
Right, that's that done. Oh, I could. That'll bring out there. Into charge.
It will be done. One fewer target.
And I can flank them down here. Oh, yeah, Pascal and Abayard to start going for the Logis Heretic.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Not a problem. That. Alright.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. Running by now outside.
Right. So I guess the question is, do I bring these 3?
Get me a target.
I think it's gone pretty well this. I don't think this plan would work so well. If I go there, can I lob a grenade now?
Not my specialty.
No. Alright, I know, can I do that? Work is it? Can I go? What I want to do is chuck a grenade down there.
All too easy.
And then add gentle potentially finish that one off. To highly down.
It's nothing.
Yeah, she probably could.
Doubt is for the weak. Rejoice in battle.
Hopefully that's pulse will help. No, I'm not gonna waste. Try and shoot.
I'll do it.
Because I've got the Magos to come up, so I don't want to waste too much ammo really, or grenades.
Follow my lead.
One grenade, for a grenade, false grenade.
I will do my duty.
Hoping that's gonna blow up and then that's gonna affect them. I don't think it did. Right. GI.
Living on the edge.
It's not the one I wanted to get, but it's
Don't
better
get too
than,
close.
better than no one really. So it's Pax's turn.
Activating calculated fury algorithm.
So
The omnicide. Comprehend.
doesn't do anything at all.
For the throne will be gone.
Right. So it's just them two fuck faces.
I shall not fear. Nothing I can't. There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, it's just basically moving steadily towards the last two. Guess that was the that's the price to
My
pay
place
really
is
to
at the
get them
fore.
to come towards the others didn't.
It will be done.
Did that.
At your beck and grey hair, sure hair.
Okay, now I'm really riled up.
Higher?
I can do that
Reload.
with the right incentive.
Said it before. I'll say it again. I wish they had the voice actors talking for the characters at all times, not just like certain points of the game. Ooh, the fact that you've done that.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Kind of done me a favour there, mate. Blinding, fire, stun.
Running by now.
Didn't work. Didn't work. Just need to try and rush them. And try and get a
I need a
Hendrix
foothold.
there.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Now that we're close, when I can get Abayard on this side, then we can. Let's try that one.
I won't object. The Inquisition sends their regards.
Indeed they do.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed.
Right, so can I?
It will be done.
I pressed there to be honest, but okay.
Stop hating me, Ashmug.
Reduced to dust.
Data meditation is terminated.
Right, so let's just tidy
Light of
this
terror,
up.
guide our way.
We'll get the loot.
Follow my lead!
And then we'll call it there for today. Because that took longer than I expected, really. I thought it'd been quicker, but it is what it is. And plus, I don't wanna do too much in one go, so
It's about time!
yeah, so we'll leave it here for today. Says trying to get more loot. But yeah, we'll leave it here for today. If you enjoyed it, please do give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye.